Hey guys, welcome back to Admiral Reviews. So I'm going to talk about the new chapter of One Piece, chapter 864. Now this chapter really makes you realize how vast and powerful the Big Mom pirates are. Like, we knew she was a Yonko. We knew that she was powerful. We knew she must have subordinates that are also powerful in the new world. But just in this chapter, you just realize that there's just so many powerful people in Big Mom's army that it's just crazy. So we're talking about her family. She almost has 80 members in her family. And we've probably only seen about 20 something members of her family. No, there's 34 ministers in Totland, and we've probably only seen 10. So there's still another 24 ministers of leaders of their islands that we haven't seen yet. And even going for the members of the Big Mom Pirates that are not family members, you know, they're all around the chapters that the last 10 chapters. We've seen Tamago, you know, we've seen the lady with the sword and the hat who's always smoking. We've seen Randolph. We've seen those characters in Diesel, and we know they're powerful, but they also just have other characters in the chapters that they don't even mention, but you just know that they're powerful. So you just get a feel for how powerful the Big Mom Pirates are, and we're gonna get to that later on in the chapter. So the chapter starts off a little bit before where the last chapter ended, with Brook smashing the picture. You know, Big Mom's about to attack Luffy and Jinbei with Prometheus, but you know, that is when Brook smashes the picture, and she looks, and she's like, "Oh my God, I thought you were dead." And then Brook's like, he makes a joke like, you know, "Oh yeah, I died a really long time ago." So that's another W for Brook. Brook has been giving Big Mom's the craziest W's. He's been trolling her, so he just doesn't care anymore. He's just going full throttle at Big Mom. I think Brook is the main character of this whole arc when it comes to trolling Big Mom. So yeah, he smashes the picture, and then we kind of thought Big Mom was gonna go immediately into a rage, but that wasn't the case. She's kind of breaking down what's happening. Like, she's thinking like, well, how did you know well, what am I gonna do? Well, how is this happening? So she's slowly losing her mental. So we skip over to Pudding and Sanji, and you know, Pudding, she's just firing these bullets at Sanji that she was supposed to do at the altar, but she couldn't bring herself to do it. And she's firing these bullets, and Sanji's like some Matrix type shit. He's just avoiding these shits. And Pudding's like, you know, are you surprised that I've, you know, deceived you? I've done this 1,000,000 times. And then Sanji's like, you know, he's still not giving up on Pudding. I don't know if this is Sanji's act or he's really being sincere. Like, he's like, are you lying to yourself when you say you've deceived all these people? Because I think he's trying to say, I don't think you're acting your true self. I think that you're playing this facade even to Big Mom. I don't think you're really this evil person that you put yourself to be. So Sanji's putting on, he's like, man, Pudding, I'm gonna get these cheeks no matter what.
You look so beautiful. I want to have sex with you.
So as Pudding is unable to hit Sanji, Pudding's big brother, Charlotte Daifuku, steps in. So we come to find out, you know, more about the ministers and, you know, more family members. So Daifuku, he has the Hoya Hoya fruit, which one of the craziest fruits I think we've seen in One Piece, because this fruit doesn't fit any of the molds of the other 3 categories. So this fruit allows him to rub his body and creates the smoke that then turns into it manifests itself into a genie-like creature. And this creature is added with armament haki. And the genie thing looks badass. And I liked it, but I just don't know what it is. Like, I don't know how, they didn't break down the power enough for us to really get a grasp of what the power really is. But Sanji goes up against this genie thing, and this genie won. Round 1 is genie. I think Sanji's gonna win against Daifuku eventually, but this genie obviously took the first round, and he knocked Sanji back. So the next Charlotte member that we get is Charlotte Oven, and I think he's the 4th son, and we see his power, and it kind of makes sense of what his power is. He's able to heat things. I guess his arms radiate heat, or I don't know if his body radiates heat, but just in general, he's able to radiate heat. and he's going against Pedro, and Pedro's holding up a sword against him, and Pedro realizes that his sword is starting to burn his hand and he has to let go of his sword. So again, another strong member in Big Mom's family, and there's still 24 more ministers that we haven't seen, and we won't see every minister, but just knowing that Big Mom has this array of characters that she can just throw at you, you know, just shows the vast power of her arm. So then the chapter moves on to the Vinsmokes family, and they're sitting down in this chair and they're being held down by this candy coating and they can't move. And they're also being held at gunpoint by members of the Big Mom Pirates. And at this point, this judge starts to break down a little bit. He starts to cry. Honestly, he starts to cry like a little bitch.
Long titty, no nipple having ass bitch.
You know, after everything he's done, you know, after not caring about his subordinates, not really caring about his children, he starts to break down. And it gets to him because the same emotions that he stripped from his kids so they could be better weapons ends up, you know, bothering him, because at this point, while he's breaking down, his kids are kind of commenting like, "Dad, what are you doing? What's that expression on your face? It looks horrible." And his kids aren't worried about the fact that they may die and the fact that Big Mom betrayed them. And that's because Judge took away their emotions. And you kind of feel bad for the, you know, the three boys, you know, Ichiji, Niji, and Yonji, because they didn't, it was before, he took away their emotions before they were born. They had no say in it. You know, the way that they act and behave is because of what Judge did to them. And you kind of thought through the story, you know, yeah, they're being such dicks, but that's honestly, they had no choice. That's what they were built and what they're programmed to do and act like. So you kind of get upset with Judge, and then when he starts crying, you're like, stop it. Come on. Be a man about this situation. But anyway, Judge starts crying, and then Perospero does some petty shit. Like, this is the pettiest of shit. So Judge is crying and saying, "Big Mom, how could you betray me? Like, I've worked so hard to build this science, you know, to conquer the North Blue, conquer what the Vinsmokes once had, and I thought we were going to be together in this." And Perospero's like, listen, buddy. Why are you complaining right now? He's saying, "Big Mom is worried about some other issues right now. She's not even concerned about you. Like, she'll get to you when she'll get to you, and she's going to kill you, but she'll get to you when she gets to you." So in one of the last parts of the chapter, we go back to Brook and Luffy are together, and Brook brings up the idea that they should bring the photo back to show Big Mom, because Big Mom is, again, she's losing her composure, she's starting to break down, and she looks like she's about to go into one of her tantrum riots. And they're like, all right, let's show her the picture, the smash picture again. And Luffy's like, all right, good idea. And then before they could do it, Capone Beige says, no, that may not be the best idea. Until he sees Katakuri walking over to him with this, you know, this ill face. He looks faint. And he's like, oh, Katakuri's seen something in the future. I think showing her the picture may be a good plan. So he says, all right. This is like the final boss telling everybody, all right, positions are ready, guys. You know, he says, all right, Luffy and Brook, go do your thing. Jinbei, do what you're doing. And then he tells guys to everybody to get set, because we're gonna go through the plan. We're gonna go through with the plan. So, and then the chapter ends with Katakuri's like, what are you doing? And Beige is like, you know what, Katakuri, you can see into the future, but you know what? We possess the power to change that future, what you see. And that's where the chapter ends. So, you know, nice little ending point for Beige. It's great that his character has really become what it is right now. Oda has made this character from a very unnoticeable character in Beige to somebody you're like, wow, this could be, you know, a favorite character of somebody. Like, he's really put a lot of characterization, and it wasn't the most characterization, it was just the right amount of characterization that he gave to Beige. You know, we don't know the deep story of how he became to be or none of that stuff. We just know what he is and what he wants to accomplish, and it flows with the story that we're at right now. So props to Oda on this character. And that's how the chapter ends. So, really good chapter, a lot of things. Again, Big Mom Pirates are fucking ridiculous. Like, they're just crazy strong, and I just have to respect it. And I don't know how the Straw Hats, I really don't know how they're gonna get off this island. I don't know if they're gonna have to beat Big Mom, which I'm 100% sure they're not gonna beat Big Mom, or they're gonna have to flee. But again, it's progressing right now. We're in the main battle. and I can't see too many more chapters ahead of us in this Whole Cake Island arc, so we should be getting that resolution soon. But, oh yeah, just one more thought I have to put out there. One more thought. Now, if you stay with me to this video, I really applaud you. If you watch this video and through, I really thank you. But please, someone explain to me. So we learn, I don't know if we've known this before, but we see that Jinbei can use armament haki. So he's using armament haki on his arms. And I don't know if this is a new thing, but if this is a new thing, it makes sense. But if it's not, and Jinbei, you learned that you knew that you could do this before the time skip, why didn't you use it during Marineford? Like, there is one situation, one moment where I knew you could have used this haki, your armament haki, at that moment. Like, ridiculous. Like, I just don't understand why if he knew it before pre-time skip. I know haki wasn't really a big thing, you know, before pre-time skip, but it's just, if he knew it before, it's just crazy to think that why wouldn't you have used it before. And I know Oda, I think Oda kind of drew himself into a little wall there with introducing haki and then, you know, having a big battle like Marineford with high commanding people there. So again, great chapter. I loved the chapter, and if you have anything to say about the chapter, what's your opinion with the chapter, please put it down below in the comments. But other than that, all I gotta say is have a nice ass day.
Hey guys, did you like the video? Please, if you did so, please hit that like button. If you have any questions you would like to ask, please put them down in the comments section. I'll be willing to answer any question that you have. And if you like what I'm doing with the channel and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified on my future videos. And other than that, all I gotta say is have a nice ass day.